Hi, this is Kathy, and this is harmonic analysis for DAX and 6E. We're going to start with the DAX. On the left-hand side is the day chart. As we can see, price recognized an ABCD 1.272 extension that correlated with the golden ratio zone. Now, it breached it just a little bit, but still that candle that breached it closed back above it and then started going into a retracement mode attempt. Ideal minimum retracement target is 9002.5, and basically this is bouncing into resistance until proven otherwise, which means for me it would need to hold above this 9405.50. Now, if price is able to hold below this golden ratio zone, in other words, if we get a shallow retracement, and I mean hold below it, I would say even if it goes up and tests the top of the golden ratio zone but then comes back down and holds below it, or it rejects it. Either way, once price holds below 9,250, then it increases the probability of one, retesting this confluence area of around 85, and then second, completing the bullish bat at 77.65.5. So that's what we're looking for. If price is able to hold above the golden ratio zone, then the inclination is it's going to attempt to retest that double top at 10.056. Now, let's see why price breached that correlation on a day time frame. On the right hand side, I have an ST Wrinkle Bar 20 size. Okay, so remember, we were looking for it to go to like 84.50 area. Okay, well, on an intraday perspective, way back here, when it was breaching that 84.50 area, shown by this gray line here, it breached it to complete a bullish crab. So that's why that happened on the day chart. Now, if we fast forward to what's previously going on, there's a small in retrospect to the day chart, but intraday perspective, there was an AB equals CD that completed at 88.60, and it's attempting to go into retracement mode. Ideal minimum retracement target is 87.54.50, and failure to get there or hold above there is an inclination of retesting that 88.60 or the extended ABCD targets. Line in the sand between the two opposing harmonic scenarios is this 88.57.50. So right now price is stuck inside the small golden ratio zone. Where it breaks and holds beyond one of those levels is going to be the initial key. Upside break increases the probability of testing that 88.57.50. Downside break implies that this particular leg of the green pattern is complete and it's attempting to complete the pattern at 87.30.4. So let's watch and see where price gets outside of this golden ratio zone first. Okay, 6E. 6E on the day chart completed an alternate bullish bat and is attempting to go into retracement mode. First thing we have to look at is a validation of the bearish cross. So if it gets above 29.41, inclination is it increases the probability of testing this golden ratio zone. Once price gets there, then we see if it's able to hold above it. If so, then it goes into retracement mode and we look for the top of the golden ratio zone. Ideal retrace 1.4004. If price holds below this falling 50 and pushes back below 27.69, the inclination is it increases the probability of completing the crab, which the ideal target is 2006. Now, I want you to notice that on a day chart, price did breach the ideal target for that alternate bullish bat, 2608, and we're going to go down to intraday perspective to kind of figure out why. I don't know if you can see it very well, but there is two different extension targets, 1.2552 and 1.2534 that correlated there. So the alternate bullish bat PRZ 2608, there was a reason for it to breach it to tag that double confluence area. Now, if I were to go to a smaller bar size, then I'd probably find a reason why it went even below there. But this at least gives us an idea of why it breached the daily ideal target to tag some other fib levels. Okay, so right now on the intraday perspective, looking for either a hold above 28.99 or a hold below first 26.08 and second below 25.06. That is the line in the sand. The line in the sand is what determines which one of these opposing emerging patterns has the higher probability of playing out. As long as it holds above 25.06, then we have the Scion pattern completion target ideally is 31.42 or 33.15. But it has to get above that 28.99 first. If it breaks down or breaches the 25.06 and holds below there, then it increases the probability of completing the ABCDs. All right, that's it.